What's going on, everybody? Well, today is a very special day. Not really, but we're going to be working on the engine for the Del Sol and fully assembling it, maybe even bolting a tranny to it, maybe even putting it in the car. So I guess we'll just see how well everything goes, which is usually not very well. Let's give it a shot. So this is a K24 A4 block. It is Eagle Rod CP piston, has K20 oil pump conversion. It's got the drag cartel gears on it. I have some other goodies that'll be going on this as well, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is just some of the new things that I bought just to kind of spruce up. Got the new head gasket. Bought the drag cartel timing chain guide, VTC little filter, the K-tune little dipstick hold down. I mean, just for flex purposes on a couple of these things, you know, not really a necessity, but the tensioner cover, got the Skunk 2 VTEC solenoid, got the little VTEC pressure block off, magnetic drain plug. In this box right here, got the new ATI damper in there. Get rid of that stock damper that's on the motor. And in here, we have the new Stage 2 BC cams for a turbo application. Let's pull one of these things out. Well, it's a little hard to do this with one hand, but I'm sure all of you know that already. So we'll be putting all this in today. So I'm going to set up the camera and get started cleaning this thing up. All right, well, first thing I got to do is drain the oil out of this thing because no, I didn't. And I've even spilt it a few times moving the engine stand around. So it's about time I actually did it. Once you get that drained, then we can start cleaning the motor up and everything. Probably brake clean a lot of stuff. Had an oil leak before. Due to some mistakes, you know, stuff happens. Let's get started. You know, it'd be real smart to do this in a clean pan, so that way I can kind of inspect it. But we can still cut open the oil filter. There we go. All right, everyone. Well, while this is draining, which is gonna fucking overflow. So while this is draining, I need to talk about something serious. Before I started this channel or whatever, actually doing the videos, I had no clue how far my ears stick out. Like, I mean, is that normal? You tell me. Because it wasn't until I started editing videos, I was like, are my ears like that? Am I broken? Oh, it's taking off my paint. I think we can make a mess or something. So what? Why do I have the ass end of the motor facing off? Why can't I just turn it around? It's probably what you're thinking. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is a CSS block. That would have been a nifty little tip to know. Okay. So when I was building this, the car in general, I was in a rush. I set the valve cover on there just to cover the motor up so nothing got in it. Well, I never put the valve cover gasket in it, so on the first startup, oil went everywhere. Couldn't figure out why at first. Then realized there was no valve cover gasket on it. It's real cool. So there's always just kind of been a little bit of oil in some of these little pockets and stuff. That's mainly what I'm trying to clean up right now. Let me get a chair. So I got a handy little razor here. And then the part that everybody loves. Scraping off silicone. I absolutely hate the shit out of this. It's my least favorite part. Alright, give you a closer look at what I'm doing. Probably skip through this or fast forward it or time lapse it. Just to spare you of the pain that I'm enduring for your entertainment. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do, we'll go ahead and put the head on. So I'm gonna put the head gasket on here, put the dowels in, and then we'll lay the head on. And I need to go find my ARP hardware, which I think I know where it's at. Gasket only goes on one way. I mean, unless you just absolutely sucked at like the shapes little thing, toy when you were younger, you should be able to figure it out. God damn, look what they do to these things. Holy shit. So, I guess I didn't take the dowels out of the head whenever I took it to the machine shop. Well, let's see. That's what it should look like. I guess they had a little difficulty getting that guy out. Wow.
So, stupid question. What was it?
Because that's a stupid question. Because I sucked at the fucking block thing when I was a kid. It only goes on one way, like I said. Told you, Chris. So basically I'm trying to go through and sand all the high spots off of this. I'm still going to use it. I mean, it's still round, but it's just got some scrape marks and some high spots that's not letting it go into the bore. So I'm just going to kind of sand on this, get the high spots off, smooth it out, and then we'll reuse it. All right, so I'm going to put the head on here.
I was making sure you see that I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I'm standing on the wrong side. All right, one thing I haven't showed yet is I got the head decked, and we got these fancy SuperTech dual valve springs, titanium retainers, and I got some SuperTech valve seals in there too. So with ARPs, you got these little washers that go on first. And you got these 12-point nuts that go on there. On what it's looking like here. Got the washers down on there and just got the nuts started. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run these down, and then we'll go through the torque sequence. What are you doing in my backyard? Listen, we're gonna have a talk. I'm gonna use an impact just to run them down. So I don't want to hear no shit. All right, so cue 10-second long cuts to me tightening these down, snugging them down. Ugga dugga ing them down. All right, so Chris is over here doing bitch work. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. He's scraping off all the old Honda Bond stuff, so that way, you know, it doesn't leak when we put on the new stuff. All right, time to torque this mother down. All right, so the next thing we're gonna be doing is torquing down the head. Oh, I hope the battery's working this thing. Oh, hey, check that out. It says battery. That's real cool. So we're back. Got new batteries and the torque wrench. So we're gonna be starting out with, we'll say 30 foot-pounds, kind of work our way up. Oh. So we got the head all torqued down and everything. Probably go through and put my LMAs in here. Put the rocker assembly in, cams, bolt down the cams, and then we'll put this thing in time. All right, so if you don't know what an LMA is, these are basically it. LMA stands for Lost Motion Assembly. And basically, this is just a spring that the VTEC rocker rides on, like a soft cushion for it. All right, so I went ahead and busted out the new BC Stage 2 turbo cams out of the box, cleaned them up with some brake clean, because they come with just some kind of like rust inhibitor on them. Before I bolt on the girdle on top, I'll probably coat all this in oil and stuff, just so there's no chance of it messing up. All right, let's torque these down. I think somebody's here. See, that's why you go back and check, because there's one that I missed. All right, so it's the next day. May or may not have lost some parts. There goes the train again. May or may not have lost some parts. So we ended up just going to dinner. I did bolt a few things onto the motor, which I will show here in a bit. But today, I have a helper. Hi. So he's gonna be helping me, and he already has been helping me before I remember to grab my phone. So we already bolted on the twin disc and lined that all up. Got the motor off the stand. So we're gonna be putting the all-wheel drive trans on, getting that bolted up, and then the goal today is to get the motor in the car. We're gonna do that? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, he's super excited. All right, so right now, Cason's putting Honda Bond on the K-tune plate. So I had O-rings on here, and it was actually causing a problem, which apparently is known to happen with these plates. And so we're just gonna use good old Honda Bond. All right, so Cason's gonna bolt the plate on. Start tightening that one in. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There you go. All right, then I'll just kind of help you hold it there. Here? Yep. And then go all the way down. All right, don't tighten it all the way. Leave it right there so we can move it still. It's weird how it lines up now, huh? Look at that concentration face. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, next. All right, so I got all this squeezed off for Kason. And I'm gonna assist him with the Honda Bond here. All right, go and get some. So what I do is I just start dabbing it all over, so that way you can spread it around. All right, and then just start smoothing it out.
Like that?
Yep. So then you're gonna get your next one going.
That
It goes up right there.
right here?
Yep. On this first hit. Go slow. Make sure it's all the way in. There you go. Yep, give it one more. There you go. All right, good job, bud. The part that we lost was the key here for the crank pulley and the timing gear. So we pulled the front main seal out so that way we could get to it. Now let's get another front main seal and put it in there. See if we can't just go to the junkyard real quick and get one of those. Oh. So we just got to the local junkyard, pick and pull, and oh boy, I so want this thing. We actually came to look at it and check it out, but there's something up with the motor. It's got a diesel 4-cylinder in it. That thing is sweet. Need to find Nick. Hold on, listen. Marco! Marco! Oh. And there's dents all over this door. Yeah, read that shit up. Oh, he stopped. All right, so mission accomplished. This is what we're here for. This is what I lost. So it looks exactly the same. So basically I'm gonna try this. If not, I already sent an email to Dry Cartel and asked them if they would send me another one or I'll buy another one or whatever. But I just told them I misplaced it. Hopefully this works though, because then I can put my ATI damper on and we can get the damn motor in the car. Which we'll probably put the motor in the car whether this fits or not. It's just gonna be easier to put the damper on outside the car.